Now she's
Ireland at the time was in a really bad state. We had just come out of famine, and the potato crop, which was the main source of food, was about to fail again. So maybe Our Lady did come to give hope to people and not to give up on prayer. And the potato crop didn't fail that year. Okay? It rained that evening, August evening, and the priest housekeeper was on her way to lock up the church, and her friend had come with her. And as they came close, they noticed what they thought were new statues. But as they got closer, they realised it was a vision. So this small village of Knock, which you're going to see what it looked like, we have a model of it in the museum. So they got excited. They realised that it was Our Lady. So they started to run to different houses, and they gathered, about 22 people had gathered all together. Okay, and during these 2 hours, it teemed rain. Where the vision was completely dry, and they recited the Rosary. So overnight, our small village of Knock here became a place of pilgrimage. Of course, word spread by mouth was the main one. And our nearby towns, Claremorris and Ballyhonus, where we have train stations, people came from all over Ireland, and they came out here on buses. The first cure happened 10 days after the apparition, and it was a little girl from Claremorris. She was in the church at Mass with her mother when she started to get a little bit agitated, so the mother took her out of the church, took some stone and blessed her ears. And in the meantime, the Mass had finished, and the priest came out, and he said, "Is your little girl okay?" And the little girl looked up and said, "I'm fine, thank you, Father." We had another cure which happened in the Basilica, which we will go to see in a few minutes. It was a lady who had MS. She was on a wheelchair. She was anointed in that church, and she stood up and walked after it. Okay, so you might ask about the cures. It took 30 years for the cure to be recognised. We have 3 books of letters down in the museum where people have written to the parish priest telling him of their cures, and you can get to view those when you go to the museum. Of course, the holy water here in Knock is very special, and just over here you'll see 18 crosses. To my right, there's little taps there, so anybody that wants to get holy water. And when we go to the museum, anybody that wants to come back up to get, we have a little shuttle service, so we can arrange for the little shuttle to bring you up, okay? So now we're going to move over to the original stone. If you'd like to. Have any of you been to Knock before? No, first time. Oh. So this is the original stone. I'll take you to the oldest of the churches, the parish church, and you can have a few minutes there if you want to, if you'd like to say a prayer. It's a beautiful church, okay? So there is one thing we often wonder as well about the apparition. If Our Lady had had given a message, in what language would she have given it? Because we had 3 languages at the time. We had Irish, which is the Gaeilge, English, and also there was Latin. So if she had given a message, we just wonder which language. On our way to the parish church, which is the oldest of the churches, I'll just take you over to see, we had Pope John Paul II came here in 1979, and he presented Knock with the lovely golden rose. And we had Pope Francis in 2018, and he presented the beautiful rosary beads. So we'll go up to have a look at those. Thank you very much. Now the parish church, which was built in the 1800s, is the oldest of the churches. So we will go in there, and up to the very left of the church is the baptismal font. That is the original, which would have baptized most of the visionaries. Okay, so will we move into the parish church?
He's following us. Somebody so sweet this morning that he was hanging out with us.
Thank you. Okay, so have a few moments there, and I will wait here for you.